Come on, everybody, let's start the show. A quick ahoy hoy and away we'll go. Richard's got a minifig and Flynn's got a pin. The gang's all here and it's time to begin. TrickyBricks roll call. Moto, Holly, Cara, and sometimes Blair, Clicky, Logan, Ms. Thing and Angela, and Thunderman Ho! Now you're here to grab your bricks and let's go to the TrickyBricks Build and Chat Show! Ahoy hoy, friends! How's it going, everybody? It is Wednesday. Hope you are all having a great Wednesday. Like how I reminded you what day it is, like you don't know. I've got my coffee here, which is good. Richard's on a work call right now, but he will be joining us shortly before we dive too far into the day. So I was checking out the chat before we were getting started, and I see that Chris Chalice is doing your first face-to-face Cub meeting since last year. That's awesome. So excited for you. Please say hello to all of them for us. It was great getting to talk to them a while back. So, yes, you did make it on time. Very good, John. Good to see you. So we've got a lot to cover today. See, Richard made his little script. I'm like a real news desk over here. So golly, what's been going on? Did a Twitch stream yesterday. We are going to be doing as you know, we are officially part of LEGO Con, which is happening at the end of the month. So that's very exciting. And then yesterday on Twitch, I started putting together our molding machine model that we got, the Lego House exclusive molding machine model. I didn't get very far. You know, I got a couple bags in. I'll say that. But let's see. I can show you what I did. This is as far as I got yesterday. We'll see how it goes for today. I mean, I might not do any till next week, but still, it's cool. Very cool little model so far. Enjoying that. Excuse me. Oh my goodness, friends. Sorry about that. I'm a little lost without Richard being here right now. So I guess I will move on to pins. I think it's pin time, everybody. What do you think? Let's see, what have I got today? So there's a series of Disney princess like jewels, because of course there is. And I'm making sure Clicky is on the job here. This is what I've got going on today. Yeah, so it was like the princesses as jewels, and this is the Ariel one. I love the color of it. It's just good. Man, I'm just like, there we go. A little bit better view. So fun. Love this one today. Richard has his too, but we'll have to wait till he gets here for that one. Oh, thank you, Henry. Yeah, it was fun. It was a fun stream. I actually got building done, which was amazing. There we go. So Ariel, and let's see who's in the chat. So if you are if you're here, make sure and say hello in the chat. So sorry, more coffee is needed for this. So let's see who's here. Abby the Brick Squirrel is here. Albert Lee, Aubrey Kovach. Hi, Aubrey. Brett Hooper is here. Chris Lego House Molding Machine Chalice. We're in the same club. Cody is here. Hey, Cody, how's it going, man? Darren Siegfried, Debo Bricks, Delicious Foods, and I understand it's Mrs. Food's birthday, so happy birthday to her. Fabufan MKE, Heather Mraz, Henry Kaufman, Hell's Bells is here. Holly is here. Ahoy, hoy, Holly. Hooded One, Jake Sadovich. How's it going, Jake? John Luttrell, Johnny Cat. Hi. Monica Berry, Matthew Builds Bricks, Moto. So I got to go back to the top of the Emscapades. Matthew Builds Bricks, Monica Berry, and Moto are here. Okay. Patrick Wismer, Rob Zaccardi and the Zaccardis, Lana, Elena, and Vanessa. Hi, everybody. How's it going? We've got Robin Eklund, Shane Levan, and Zach Martinez, and somewhere, Zarachino, Kim, and Wilfred. Always gotta mention them. I don't know. They're like, it's tradition now, really. So, Lego Masters was a lot of fun. We don't get to see it until the next day, but I had to take Lego Masters Fox to task on Twitter today because they posted the winning team and the team that went home immediately after the East Coast broadcast. And like 2 hours before it even shows here. I couldn't believe it. Yes, I did take them to task. You could hear my finger wagging at them over the internet. So, yeah. But who does that? I don't know. Let's see. It was like the year where they showed the preview for the next episode during the last commercial break of an episode. Yeah. Yeah. So, anywho, let's see. What have we got going on here? We have some Lego news, and I hope I've got this set up right because we have like a whole lot of like slideshows and videos and all kinds of stuff to show you today. But let's head on over to here. Is this correct? Yes. Okay, well, that's not the LEGO Ideas Typewriter, obviously. So I'll just take that off. Now it's just a yellow square. So this is the Adidas Superstar shoe model that just got announced. And I know there are some people like reviewers already have it. So I'm interested to know, I don't know what y'all think about it. Now, obviously this is not a set that's aimed at me. I read an interesting article with one of the designers who was saying that, this was built for sneakerheads, which are like people who are really into sneakers. And, people who are into sports, they said as well. So I thought it's interesting because, they've been doing all of these things with Adidas lately, or Adidas, as they say it in some places. Adidas. And let me see. So it's going to be released on June 1st. It's $90 in the US. It's got custom printed bricks. It's got the toe has those domes, which are bigger than the regular quarter domes. But you can, and it's got like the striping on there. It's got the Adidas tongue, and then it's got the logo. Now, you can build this either as a left or a right-hand shoe. So that's interesting. So what I gotta say, what I really like about this is the box. I gotta say, this is really, really clever packaging. And here, I'm gonna shrink this down a little bit and move it over so you can see it. There you go. It's a real departure in packaging, right? Like that is something that will stand out on a Lego store shelf. amongst everything. Like where I'm really super impressed that they they did this. I think it's very funny. So I'm let's see what else have we got here. So not only are they coming out with a Lego version of an Adidas shoe, they're actually, oh yeah, so here's some of the here's some close-ups of the custom printed bits. Like there's this whole thing on the inside. It's really cleverly done. Again, not not entirely my thing, but yeah, I think it's really cleverly built and cleverly styled. And this is, so not only do we get a Lego version of the shoe, but we get a shoe version of the Lego shoe. So so this is a new, like, so there on the left and in the front is a real Adidas shoe that they're coming out with, and you can see that the stripes on it are zigzags because they're little Lego plates. So this is the yeah, this it's like the it's like the Victor Victoria of it's a shoe pretending to be a Lego shoe pretending to be a shoe. I don't know. So anyway, that is the, now, okay, so not only is this notable because of the packaging, but what is the big thing that like mock makers on the interwebs are freaking out about is, if you look there on the right hand side, there is an actual shoelace that comes with it to lace it up. So that means that this white shoelace is now an official Lego piece. And I've already seen the somebody use it on, like, because of course New Elementary had this like all covered, and if you don't know New Elementary, you should be checking them out because they're incredible. But they always focus on new parts and stuff like that. So this somebody took the shoelace and did like a bust of the Invisible Man, and the shoelace was like the bandages and they're starting to come off. It's so good. It's so good. And I wish I could remember who built it. I just saw it, scrolling by today and was like, wow. But it's on New Elementary's Instagram, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, there's no Lego branding on the shoelace. I think it's just a shoelace. So somebody was pointing out yesterday that, what does the shoe box look like? Sure, I can go back to the shoe box. That is what the box looks like. Oh, what does like the box for the shoe look like? I'm imagining like this too, probably. I wonder if it's like both. I don't know. Yeah, it's like, I'm not sure. But yeah, so a shoelace is now an official Lego, like, so all those times that you had something inside your model being like held up with a shoelace, you can say it was in system. So oh yeah, the actual shoe. Yeah, you're right. You know what? Somebody said it's too early for all the shoe within a shoe within a shoe within a box within a shoe references, and I'm 100%. I need coffee after that. There we go. All right. So there you go. That is the Lego news on the shoe. And we will be coming back to look at more things on this page later. We'll go back here for now. All right. So the next thing is, let's see what's next on our list. Oh, this is really exciting. We have hooked up with TrickyBricks, and if you don't know who TrickyBricks is, they are an amazing organization out of the UK who donates Lego sets to children's hospitals all over the world. And so they actively have been seeking out people on, LAN members
to be sort of the delivery, like the delivery people of these. And I am honored to say that we received 3 huge boxes from TrickyBricks, and we are going to be with Minifig Chick and Paint Pusher, and Richard and I will all be going to the Oakland Children's Hospital on Friday and dropping these all off for them. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to go into the hospital because, still with COVID and everything, and actually see the kids. I used to teach there, actually. I taught classes at the Children's Hospital in the classroom, Lego classes. And so it's a place that I know, and I'm really excited that the kids and the hospital are going to get the benefit from that. So thank you, TrickyBricks, so much. And we're looking forward to that. So we'll be doing that on Friday after the show. So that'll be really nice. And I have seriously 3 huge boxes here in my living room. All right. So where are we at now? We are at the, wow, I'm stretching. I got to stretch for time because I really want Richard to be back for the review portion because it's a whole new thing. And I'm super, I got to say, I'm super nervous about it, y'all. I'm super nervous. We've never done a review before, like a proper review. And I did a new thing. I time-lapsed filmed the entire process of building the typewriter. And we're gonna show it today. Not all together because the 10-minute video would be boring, I think. But we're gonna split it. We're gonna split it up. But yeah, I time-lapse videoed the whole thing. I edited it myself, which I'd never done. I did it all on the phone. So you are going to be the guinea pigs for our first real time-lapse video of build. I mean, we did the Everyone is Awesome set. We did a time-lapse of that, but that was a half an hour. This was over 3 days. I don't know how it's going to come out. We'll see. Let's see. What? Oh, yes. Minifig show and tell, which is this thing that we've been trying to do in place of stickers, but we always seem to run out of time. I will be posting the whole video, actually, John. Yes. And another thing, too. So I slowed the video, how fast it went down a little bit for the show, and it's more sped up in the final version. It's about a minute shorter in the final version that'll go up on the internet, just because it does move pretty fast. And by the way, I just wanted to give a little bit of warning. If you're somebody who doesn't like a lot of fast movement, that's going to be happening. It will be in little short bursts, but that is how this video is presented. So I apologize for that. Okay, so yes, Minifig show and tell. So we've been trying to do this Minifig show and tell thing. So the other day, I was at the Bricks and Minifigs, and some kid wanted to look at the box of fake Lego. And I was like, oh, I didn't know there was a box of fake Lego here. I gotta see what this is like. And I go in, and it's a pretty small box, I gotta say. I found these laying on top, and I was like, those aren't fake. That's real. And nobody knew what they were. And I'm telling you, if you're going to be terrified of if you're going to be terrified of fast moving video, you may this is even more terrifying. I found these 2 Belleville dolls floating on the top of the fake Lego bin. And I was like, I need to have those. So they didn't care about them, so they let me take them. But yeah, check it out. She's got a whole little, this is all fabric. It's lace with a little bit of fabric, and they're really nice shape too. She's got kind of a sassy top knot hairdo. Now you can't take the hair off of her, which is weird. And then he's got the Argyle sweater vest, and some kind of goofy looking pants. But yeah, they're really nice considering they were just floating around in a box of, but yeah, you got to see this, the detail in her. Here, I'm going to get really scary now. Look at her. And then we just lost like 25 viewers. Like the numbers went like plummeting. So Alexander, funny you would say that. Belleville is not actually the Barbie of Lego. That honor goes to, oh no, now why am I forgetting it? No, dang it. Scala, thank you, Aubrey Scala. I was like Paradisa Belleville was just rolling back and forth in my head, and I couldn't make the final leap to Scala, but there you go. Yeah, so there you go, Belleville. Terrifying. All right, I'm gonna have me another sip of coffee here. There we go. Can you tell? Now I'm really stretching for time. I don't know what else I can talk about here. Oh, yes. Some other stuff that we're doing. I'm going to be on Shy Time is My Time. They do the SoCal Brick Click. They're really fun. They do a great little cast. We're going to be doing an interview with them. We've got next week. No. This Friday, sorry, I'm going to be joining Jeff McElwee to talk about horror movies, which I'm so excited. I never get to talk about anything but Lego these days, so getting to talk with other people about horror movies I think will be really fun. A bunch of other like Lego nerds too, so that'll make it interesting. And then Sunday we'll have our Lego Masters recap. And, of course, Moto will be here, and Bricks O'Brien. And then this Friday, by the way, if we are planning on doing the Work in Progress workshop again on Friday, so far I haven't seen any new pieces coming in, so we may have to change that at the last minute if we don't get enough. But if you have a mock you're working on and you would like some feedback on it in a friendly, safe environment, please do send it in. There's a form. If you go to our website and scroll down a little bit, you'll see the place where you can fill out the form for and upload some pictures. So, hey, Shy is here. Look at that. I just mentioned and appears out of nowhere. Let's see. Oh, Aubrey says, best day ever is when I was at our BAM and said, if you get any Belleville, call me. And they gave me a bag full of dolls from the back. Oh, that's right. You're right, Zach. I'm so sorry. I said the wrong thing. I've misled all of you. We are not doing a stream this Sunday. No stream. That's an important announcement. It's Father's Day, and we are celebrating Richard's dad's 90th birthday. Out of town, so we won't be here to do a show. Oh my goodness, thank you. I appreciate that for reminding me. I don't even know my own schedule. Can you believe that? Oh my goodness, no stream Sunday. And also, yeah, happy Father's Day to Richard's dad and to Moto and all the dads out there from your gay Lego dads. One's in the other room. All right. Well, I don't know. I feel like I may have stretched as much as I can stretch, and I'm going to have to start this typewriter review, which very excited about. All right. So now, again, this is like our first ever review of a Lego set, like on our show. So it may be a little weird, and the format will probably change. I'm basing this on all of the video game reviews I've ever written, which is quite a few, and then and the Lego reviews I've written for Brothers Brick, and just kind of trying to use that as a general guideline and break it down. But as you know, we are always evolving and changing, and constructive criticism is always welcome. If you have like any ideas or thoughts about how you might enjoy more reviews presented this way, we would appreciate it. You can absolutely let us know. You can email me. at Flynn at TrickyBricks.com. Oh, yes, and I forgot. Bricks by the Bay is this weekend also. It's a very busy weekend. There's a lot going on. Thank you. My bad. Bricks by the Bay and the Let's Go Camping that Tricky Lug collaborative build that everybody's been working on is going to get shown in its own category. It's really great. So this is going to be an action-packed weekend. We are actually going to have we won't have our normal background. It's going to be really weird. So yeah. Okay, so back to the review thing that I was talking about. If you do, if you have any constructive criticism or thoughts, about how, it might be different, just let us know. We'd love to hear it. All right, well, shall we kick off with the typewriter? All right, so first of all, let's take a look at the box. Okay, the box is really nice. It's in the adult packaging, with the black background. You got the greebling here on the bottom, and here is the back of the box with a great picture of the design. Really nice. And you can see the little letter that comes in it, and we'll talk about that later. I'm going to get my thing in front of me here. So if you didn't know, this model is based off of, and I'm going to go to, hello, Pokeball Dameron. I know who that is. You can't fool me. Let's see. I'm going to try to put this aside here. Let's go to our down camera, top cam. All right, here's top cam. So here is the instruction booklet. It's nice and, in that nice fashion of these. This is Thomas Kirk Christensen, the head honcho over at LEGO. He got in on the photos, and then a little history of the typewriter. And then a focus on Steve Guinness, the fan designer who created who created this. He's also the winner of LEGO Masters UK Season 1. And he has built a ton of different typewriters in the past. All right. And then we get this great picture of our buddy Wes Talbot. And I believe this is James May, and the other designer was Martin Fink. They were the Lego designers who worked on turning Steve's model into a real thing. And then we, I love that there's a demo on how to use a brick separator for maybe people who've never used one before, like people who are new to Lego. Because I have a feeling that this is going to be. I have a feeling that this is going to be a set a lot of people are going to pick up because, Lego fans and non-Lego fans alike. Let me show you this. So here is the completed model. I wish I could pull out a little bit more, but you will, I don't know that I can. Let me see, I might be able to. Let's see if I can pull out a little bit. How do you feel about Cleveland? There. Well, you'll see the edge. You're going to see the edge here. Sorry, you're seeing behind the scenes, folks. But I think it gives you a better idea of what it looks like. This is absolutely stunning. It's got it's all sand green. It does have stickers. Now, the keys are not stickers, but it does have... it has a sticker there on the front, and it has another one on the back. So, and again, and since this is our first time doing this, I am going to, if you want to see anything in particular that I can show you, like I know we're talking about the ribbon, I can kind of take some pieces off and show you what it's like. But this is the real cool thing about it. Is all of the keys do in fact work. You can push them all down. There's a single hammer that moves, only because I know so the rest of these are just sort of like for show, right? For the look of it, and they're perfect. But So all of the keys move. It's just the hammer, and it's got that great sound. The shift lock and the shift keys do move, but of course they don't actually do anything. And then the space bar doesn't really do anything, but it has a couple of those little rubber cushions underneath of it. So it does press down, like it does move, but yeah. So it's got a great, and then once you get to the end of it, you can actually push the carriage back, so the carriage moves. And I had a little piece of paper. I'll show you that part later. It does the roller works, right? So let's talk a little bit about the build. And let's see if I'm gonna do it. Sorry everybody, I gotta do this right here. Hi. Let's go over here. No, there's not a bell, unfortunately. Hey, look, it's our friend, the shoe. We don't want to see that. So I am going to now show you, this is the first 3 bags of the, this is the first 3 bags. Let me get this all situated here. Yeah, so this is the first 3 bags of the typewriter done in a time lapse. It took probably a good 3 hours to do these first 3 bags because it is very complicated. So there we go. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. So I did kind of move through this part a little faster than a lot of the other parts. So there's a total of 9 each of these hammers that you have to make. So for all the different keys with all the different lengths of keys. So it was really interesting. You know, you get into kind of a zone, and you just really start kind of like building, but it's really easy to accidentally put something together wrong if you're not paying attention. Like I got lulled into a false sense of security where I was like, okay, I can easily do this. I have it memorized now. And then I was like, oh no, I put together a couple of them backwards. So this part, I thought I enjoyed this part just because I like repetitive stuff. So this is bag 2, and you can see that it comes with these really long, like I think it's like 24 stud long sand green axles that were really cool. And then you had to start dropping the hammers onto that. And this was probably the part that took the longest. It was really hard to make sure you got all of the things going down, like in their exact place. And this was another place where if I didn't completely and entirely focus on it, it was easy to put it on backwards. And I think actually there is one on backwards. You can see it there on the bottom left. There's a yellow one like sticking out too far, and then I ended up having to like go back and take it partially apart and turn it around. But yeah, this was it was a pretty, because what you would do is every few hammers there is bricks that then lock them in place, and so you're constantly moving across the various axles to drop stuff down onto it. So but it was really beautiful and complicated. Yeah, it's very easy to mix things up. Very, very easy, like unless you're being super, super focused. But, I didn't have to do extra takes, but I did have to do some pausing and going back. So, yeah, I enjoyed this aspect of it while also found it stressful at the same time. So and I have some pictures I'll show you in just a minute, but so here are the keys. And I realized like I was laying them all out in order and trying to keep them straight. And then at the end, I like pushed them all together. And I was like, oh, what have I done? But then it was too late. And you'll see me push them all. Push them all up. And I was so careful. I was just, you know. It was really stupid. Hey, ahoy, howdy, Bricks O'Brien, how's it going? We're looking at a little bit of the speed build that I did of the speed build, the time lapse I did of the typewriter. All right, so that was bags 1 through 3 of the typewriter, and it encompassed, you know, basically the keyboard and like that. Let's see. So I think let's turn this off. And I wanted to show you, I do have some pictures. So this is a close-up of the hammers inside. And you can see how the red, the yellow, and then that brown bit at the bottom, those are all three different kinds of hammers. So it was a really interesting build. I gotta say, just like overall, if I had to just like give an overall, like, how is this? It's incredible. It's an incredible build. It took a lot of technical know-how. I have a few little quibbles with it, but I think that those are things that wouldn't have easily. I don't know how easily they would have been resolved in Lego pieces because I don't know them enough. So I'll show you. I know a lot of pieces, but not like a Lego designer knows them, right? So, so this is a close up of the keys, the key hammers, and there's an even closer up one, and you can see each one has those little rubber things that hold on, you know, like thing. It was really cool. Those are what keeps everything from just like clacking together. And I think absolutely the sound is one of the things that just makes this an incredible model, right? It's that noise. So top cam, I want to show you something. This now, if you are a person who has, you know, OCD tendencies and you like everything to be perfect, I'm halfway there. Whoops, sorry, wrong camera. I'm halfway there, but I want you to check this out. So the keys, the letter keys, are put on with a let's see if I can focus this up here a little bit. Whoop. There we go. So it's two 2x2 round plates with a beautiful printed letter on it, right? It's really really nice. It's got like silver, you know, and black, and then it's put on with a Technic pin to axle. So the axle fits in there fine, but the other side is a loose pin, and when you go to attach it into the key, it's just, you know, it moves around. And it's also, there's a little bit of like sticking your finger into there. So these are constantly moving around, and if you are, you know, demonstrating it for people or whatever, just you like typing on it can cause them to turn a little bit. So I found that a little bit tough. Hi. How's it going?
Pretty good. I just came. Did you just mention OCD?
I did. Look who's here. Hooray!
I heard my name from the other room.
You don't have me anymore. Oh, God. That was giving me anxiety.
I was in a protracted meeting. Sorry about that.
I know.
Oh, look at that. The cue is not quite
slightly off.
Rotated. It's actually great because you straighten them all up, and then you play with it and move the carriage back and forth, and then you get to straighten them all up again. It's actually, if you know anyone who likes to do that, they can help you with your typewriter.
So,
I like it.
Let's go. We were top camming
in the middle.
I know. Oops, and here we'll move this out of the way.
Okay.
But we've got.
Oh, look, there's coffee.
There is. So these are 2x2 printed tiles. These are 3x3 rounds. I hope we see these in other colors now. I want a 3x3 round tile.
I want all the 3x3 round tiles. I want purple. I want that medium light blue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I mean, for those of you who don't mind glue, like gluing these keys in place, like this is not a model that I think that you would build and then say, you know what, I'm gonna take this apart. This is like one that you keep together.
I'm gonna tell a secret. In case you wanna make your Legos stay put, but you're really against glue dots are awesome.
Glue dots are awesome, especially for photography.
They're great.
So let's see. So yeah, we've got our we talked about the keys. We talked about the because that's all we put together so far in the video. This
makes me so happy because I remember,
yes.
right? I almost never use the red, but I use the white for sure, so I didn't have to get out my liquid paper.
Yeah, that's
and then that's the indicator that it's actually on the red ink, I think.
Yeah, this is.
I mean, on the black ink.
It's very cleverly done. So that was a little bit, and let's go ahead and back, and we'll go to slides.
Hey, I don't know if you. I don't want to derail things, but I remember a number of times when you were recording the time lapse.
Yes. That
you would say, "Oh no, that piece was upside down," and I say, "Well, can you turn it?" No, it was many steps back.
Yes, well, we talked about that. It is really easy to get mixed up. So focus is good.
Part of the fun.
Exactly. Sorry, I'm gonna get the other.
I like this wide angle view here.
Yeah, it was really interesting. Now I'm not sure.
So
we'll be getting to this part next.
They use a lot of those flexi rubber pieces.
Yes. Yeah, there was a lot of every single hammer had one of those. So you get like a bag, you kind of like get a bag of them. Should we look at more time-lapse video? I mean, is it hypnotizing? Is it nauseating? Like, I don't know.
I know if you're sensitive to flashing images.
Yeah, I have to say, I have it. It was a little mesmerizing. Like I was like watching it and like trying to focus on what I was supposed to be saying. Let's see. Yes. All right. So. You know what? That's right.
Stop.
You know, that's right. I forgot that actually this is the perfect break before we start into the next section.
Look, I have a Disney pin, by the way. I do. It's a Jawa.
Very nice. Sorry, Clicky is off now. He's on a coffee break.
Once upon a time, Disney did not include Marvel and Star Wars.
It's true. I don't know if people know that.
There was a time. There was a before time.
There was a before time. All right, everybody. It is now time for the pause that refreshes. Would you like to find our special guest? It's Logan cookie time. Yay, Logan.
He was halfway down the hallway already.
He was trying to use the typewriter. Hi, Logan.
Look, say hi to everyone. Oh, he wants that cookie.
Yay. And one more.
He's so uncomplicated. Good boy. That's all
good boy, Logan.
We're even closing it up.
All right. Thanks, everybody. That's was Logan cookie time.
He slobbered on the table.
I know, he did that yesterday too. It was like, dog slobber table. Okay, so what have we got going on here? More typewriter.
We were going to go back to the frenetic tones of time lapse.
Yes.
It's actually, I love watching it come together.
Yeah, so this is the this next part is actually just the rest of the model. So we'll pause in a couple of places and talk about some of the features that I thought were really cool. So let's go back to here.
You know, it's so peaceful in time lapse because it's utterly silent. You don't have the sound of the crinkling bags as you open them.
Exactly. And I didn't put the whatchamacallit.
I don't know.
I can't remember. I didn't put any kind of like music or anything on like that. Okay, well, here we go. Here is time lapse of the second part of the video. So this was my first time editing a time lapse. It was interesting. You can cover a multitude of mistakes.
You seem pretty relaxed. You did it sitting on the couch.
Do it sitting on the couch. That's not. Oh, I did the editing. Yes, I did. I did the editing sitting on the couch on my phone.
So you see there's lots of build, repeat. Oh, I guess you're doing the chassis now.
Yeah, so the chassis is held together with brown Technic pins. I don't know if you can see those.
The kind with the flat end.
Yeah, like I call them like nail Technic.
But look what's in
axles,
those.
I mean.
Those Technic brick with hole there, with the axle hole has those
sand green,
giant sand green axles.
So now we know why they decided to make those axles sand green is because you actually see them in the body here on the side.
And I can imagine the designers would pitch the idea of these flat end axles in sand green as well, and they were like, no, you have lots of custom pieces already.
Oh, and I should note that the stickers are in fact on reflective paper, and there's lots of extra
with great old font too.
Yeah, I mean, there's enough extra there on the side that I bet you could cover a 2x2 square or round tile with the leftover here, for sure.
Wow, Flynn, you're a fast builder.
I know. I win every speed build that I've ever done.
It's like Samantha Stevens kind of speed right there.
So the build of the body was again. There was sideways building involved. There was tiling. There was all kind of. It was nothing about this was. Nothing about this seemed simple. I will say that. I don't mean that in a bad way.
It's an expert set, right?
It is. It's definitely an 18 plus. It's a like I said, LEGO Ideas set. And then so after we get through a little bit more of this, I'm going to take so this is we'll take a look at some of Steve Guinness's work. But this.
What are you building there? Is that part of the rate? Oh.
So in order for every key to make the one hammer strike, you sort of create, and I have photos of it, you sort of create this long, like, press bar, like almost like a pedal.
But there's actually
goes down.
3 levels of them. Like each row of keys has a separate level of press bar, right?
It's one giant press bar that goes all the way. But yeah, I think there's, I'll show the picture of it.
I wonder how long they spent on the sound too, because the sound of the typewriter sounds really good.
Yeah, so Debo Bricks points out that James May, this is only his second set release. The Tuk Tuk was his first one. He's a really great, really, really fun designer. I love the Tuk Tuk and this, and I know he's worked on like sort of design parts of other things. Yeah, so then this is all tiling in the bottom here, which will eventually hold. There's a lot of like Technic pins that stick up that things get attached to.
Well, unlike a lot of models, you can see down into the Technic works in this one.
Right. And there was, and again, like there was a sticker on the back. And guess what, everybody? I did the stickers without any Windex. I just did them live during a... and there was like no going back.
All right, no Windex, let's go.
Okay, let's go.
I think am I right about this, Flynn? Other than like the cranes and cars that are clearly like full on Technic, this is the most Technic brandly involved set that I've seen outside of full on Technic.
Of a Technic set. I think the grand piano was fairly technical, but we also haven't built that one. So this is our experience is this particular model, and you can see in installing the hammer portion there. And I'm going to see, let me see. Once we get through bag 7, I'm going to show some close-up pictures of the stuff. Now, this part was really fun. This is the wheel that causes the carriage return to happen. And
oh, you mean that ratcheting mechanism?
yes, it's a little ratchet that utilizes gears, and then one of those big Lego fans that has like curved. You see them in Ninjago sets a lot. It's got like a curved fan. You'll see it go on here in a minute.
I used it on an intermittent mechanism for a clock. It's great for the tick-tock of a clock.
Right. And well, that's probably, you know, and that's why you get that great grrr sound when you push the carriage return over.
And, you know, I think the reason why you don't get the ring is because there aren't any metal, you know, Lego parts that can make a ring. You can have your EV3 do it.
Right. Well, and also too, I mean, my goodness, this is already such a packed model. So if you see these gold things right here, those are actually like spring,
almost like shock absorbers.
Spring shock absorbers.
Maybe they are shock absorbers.
And you connect them end to end so that the springs are pointing outwards, and then you mount them inside the whole thing, and that's what makes the carriage return spring go back. It's really like little pistons. They're really, really cool.
Well, the mechanism is really smooth. It feels like operating a typewriter.
Well, what I like about this is there are moments of like calm in the building, like that part that I just did there, like the back. Whenever you're building the case, it's kind of like just like a nice break from all the technical stuff.
As opposed to the chaos of Technic.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they break it up nicely, I think, while you're building the model, so you don't get like too involved. I mean, I will say the first 3 bags are like pretty intense, and this is the carriage return mechanism right there. These little arms that kind of sway back and forth. All right, let's take a pause here at bag number 8. And we'll go.
We're coming back to human speed now.
Yes. There we go. All right, so am I going
forward?
Yeah, I don't know.
Nice button pressing.
Thank you. I'm doing my best. Okay, so here is a close-up of that bar that we built, the pedal that I was talking about. And so that way you can see this is the back of it, but the keys there strike the giant pedal, and the giant pedal is then connected to the hammer, the single hammer in the center.
And it pushes it well along the extent of the hammer too, so it doesn't have to have that much leverage. It's pretty, there's not a lot of force required to move the hammer, right?
Yeah, it's I mean, I will say like some of the keys are a much easier press than some of the other ones are, but I think that's also just like, you know, typewriters.
For me, I think it has to do with which row. It seems like the upper row, the Q to P, and the bottom has a lot more force. Oh,
yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, and now I get to straighten the S again.
And then here's sort of like the hammer from the front, so you can sort of see the hammer mechanism. Now, it's a little bit out of focus, but if you see those 2 clips right there in the front, those sort of standing clips.
Oh, I see. They're vertical, like those robot-ish pieces.
Exactly. They're 2 vertical clips, and what those end up doing, and I can show you on top cam, what those end up doing is holding this decorative hammer piece on.
Got it. And of course, you've already mentioned drum lacquered silver.
I have not yet. I hadn't quite gotten there because I hadn't done enough with it on the model yet. But there is, yes, a fair amount of drum lacquered silver on here. You can see it here on the tops of the carriage. On each of these hammers has one on it.
Get that, car enthusiasts.
We get it. Whoa, hi, hammer. Whoops. We've got them here as well. And on the carriage return bar has them all across the top
here.
And and on the sides there as well. So some really nice.
You could do a silver font now. Was there a piece that came off it?
I think something came off the bottom of it. That's all right. We'll fix it later. Yeah, so don't pick it up. No, I'm kidding. It's a quite a good model.
Now, something you've mentioned a couple times, I don't know if you've mentioned it yet on the show, but how well you thought the ship in the bottle, typewriter, and globe went as like part of a full Lego office setup.
Yeah, I did mention that, and I think it's true. I think they would be like a little study. I want that, I just want that tableau somewhere in the house.
I want a full-size Lego fireplace.
Okay.
I love the arch in this Technic mechanism here. Like, he's making beautiful machinery.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is it's not just like it's there's an order to it that's really quite lovely. Okay.
Oh, those pieces in brown.
That
double pin.
It's a double
piece.
pin. Yeah. It says, as compared to full Technic sets, how would you rank the difficulty of this one? I think.
Well, there's no
Bimoto?
no differential or gearing. But I would say you have to be pretty familiar with Technic. Like, okay, are there a lot of bushings that have to be precisely placed or not?
Not a lot of bushings, but there's there's a lot of this piece screams Lego murder mystery indeed. There are a lot of, it's a lot
Lego
of Technic.
she wrote.
I don't know, total Lego she wrote.
Hello, I'm Jessica Busybody here on Lego She Wrote. It's amazing how many horrible crimes happen in this tiny little village I live in.
I know.
People might want to ask me to move out. Okay, well, I'm off to star in Sweeney Todd.
Oh dear. Okay, so I do have some things that I wanted to show real quick.
That was my impression of Mangela Lansbury.
Wow.
Right there. Langela Mansbury? I don't know.
No. Okay, so
look what we have up here.
I know, but for some reason I'm not able to get to it here. Is this why? That's why.
Ding, ding, ding.
So this is the fan designer Steve Guinness. For a little break here in content, and these are his all of his typewriter models that he's designed so far, and they're really incredible. Like, there's just some really amazing stuff.
Wow, check out the one in the box too. It comes with a case.
Yeah,
that's so cool. And tell us about the one on the lower right.
Oh, so the one on the lower right is done with EV3 and actually like moves. There's video of it, so I'm hoping. I think the video of it is up here that we can look at. But this is his Instagram, and he's been posting in the lead up to the typewriter. He's been posting all of these, of all of his work. So this was his first prototype, which is, you can definitely see how far it's come, right?
Using bumpers for the
for the keys. Yep.
Or gliders. Is that what they're called?
That's the current one. He made a micro version, and he offers instructions. So definitely go follow him on Instagram, the Brick Consultant, if you're not already.
What is that piece? What is the piece he's using to turn the carriage?
It's an inkwell.
Oh, an inkwell upside down.
Yep. And then he made them showed how you can make them in multiple colors, which is great. Oh, by the way, Holly will be delighted to know that there are sausages being used as the curvy part on the front.
Oh, okay. So maybe I'm really Lego dumb here, but we just saw a picture.
Oops.
Did we see a picture of the original model where was the first typewriter in that piece on Lego Masters Australia that had the full UK that had the full-size human typing on a typewriter? Was this the same?
I think
there's their hands, because I remember the kid playing on the ground while it
so he says the second typewriter he made was on Lego Masters, so that was his second typewriter.
Well, that's a great model.
Here's Steve with all the designers, which is great. There's Wes on the left and James on the right. And then this was Monica and a couple of other people. I think that's Steven, or Sam, Sam in the back there. One of the LEGO Ideas people. Really amazing stuff. So this is the prototype based on something that he believed was similar to the original owner of LEGO, Ole Christensen. And so this is my favorite. He's been putting this this thing. So he's made other models that kind of like go with it. So there's this the fountain pen, and then this is the best. It's whiteout, or they call it Tipex in the UK.
Liquid paper.
Liquid paper. Really, really clever.
My memory of liquid paper is having to shake the little bottle so hard because it all turned to goo. And then you could sit in science class and paint white on your fingernails.
And then you would have to, like, to keep it from glopping up, you'd have to do this a bunch of times, and then it smelled really bad, and then you kind of got a headache. I love this. So on the back of the typewriter, there's a code on the sticker that's my special Easter egg, spelling out "Never give up on your dreams." And then it says "System in play," and I'll show you the sticker. I think that's just so cool. It's really, really cool. So here is a video of.
And he's using the touch sensor to start it.
Exactly. And so there is his moving version of the typewriter. Just wow. Absolutely amazing.
That's just great.
Yeah. Really, just really, really impressive. All right, so that is so that's like a little bit on Steve Guinness, who is the fan creator of this. And I mean, he did so much work on it, as you know, like having prototyped it in a bunch of different ways, and I'm sure that in some ways it made it a little bit easier for the designers, that the really hardcore mechanics of it were already partially worked out, right? Like they weren't starting from absolute zero, which is great.
I wish I had a really big office, because I would get a vintage typing table and just leave this on it all the time. I can't imagine stealing parts of this for other models.
No.
Even the drum lacquered silver.
So here is the sticker, and you can see that it's on mirrored. I'm trying not to break it and also focus this at the same time.
Oh, and it says Billund.
It does say Billund.
It's pretty shiny there, but
yeah, you can kind of see it. Right, and there's a little number code, or a number and letter code on there that is
your dreams.
Yep.
Never give up on your dream. NGUOYD.
Yeah, it's so really, really cool. Yeah. So let's go back to. Sorry, I've never moved around so many different pages before. Okay, so that was Steve. So definitely check him out, the Brick Consultant, on Instagram.
Really smart ideas set. I think and I'm sure you already mentioned this, but the paper transport is really smart as well.
Yeah, it's just all of it is, and we'll take a bit of a closer look at that in a second. So we've got, here we go. No, I thought for sure that would work. Oh, that's because I'm on the wrong page. Oh my goodness! Too many things. Too many things.
In our life-size recreations of the desk set, The Shining, or Misery,
or Misery. There you go. Especially The Shining. Like, I so badly want to have. Well, I'll talk about that later.
We'll talk about that.
So this is more work on the carriage return, and then you're gonna see. You're going to get to see how the roller comes together. So the roller is made up almost like the roller part itself is made up almost entirely of the 4x4 round bricks, and and two tires with like the rubber on, so that it will grip the paper when you go to put it through.
With flags on clip and bar as guides.
Yes, with flags on clip and bar, and we'll look at that again in a minute. So this is all these bits sort of under the ink ribbon holder are all sideways built, and you sort of like push them on, and you end up building them in sort of two parts, like the front and the back.
And so when you put the ribbon in, did you get ink all over your fingers?
Yes, all over. So,
Yeah, there's ink fingerprints all over the house now.
so I did show those for a second, but I did want to show a new part that is with this set. At least I don't know if it's a new part, but it's definitely a new part.
It's new
this
to
color.
us.
It's new to us. And that is this sand green sort of like fender looking piece that creates the rounded front, and it's put on sideways, and it's really, really beautiful.
Put that on your Ferrari.
There you go. I'm gonna put that back on, and I'll show you a bit of that in the middle. So this is the actual bottom of the carriage return part.
You know, it's
Or the roller, sorry.
It's so easy with Technic to use whatever pieces you have, which, you know, that's what we all have to do. And then you end up with a Technic piece that's blue and yellow and a little bit of red and some gray. And I feel like they went through a lot of effort to make the Technic beautiful.
Okay, so yes. And sorry, I'm just seeing that Debo and Hooded One both say that part comes in white on the Creator Porsche. So it was new in the Porsche.
Got it.
Very cool. Hey, Tiago, how's it going? Good to see you, man. Welcome. Yeah, it's a really great, a really amazing piece of technical marvel, I gotta say.
I know, beware spoilers for the typewriter assembly.
I think we're a little far gone for that now.
Look at those sand green axles.
Yeah, so now you can see the sand green axle a little bit better, and this is the the little roller with the wheels, and there are some colorful parts listed in here.
We barely even
so
have
see them.
black axles that long.
I know.
We have like 2, I think.
It was really, really long. And then you can see this is where the drum lacquered silver pieces go on the sides.
And is this the part coming up here where you hit return and the whole carriage shoots off the side of the typewriter?
Yes, like an I Love Lucy episode. That's exactly what happened. And there was some careful, you had to be a little bit careful about putting that on.
I know here it looks like you just slammed it in there. But
yeah.
It's the whole model is careful work, right?
Yep. So this is the final bag. And here is where I'm building the hammer portion of the decorative hammer portion. And you'll see that what holds the hammers on is a flexi tube with, and then it's all clips. It's like all clipped to the flexi tubes. You can see it. That's the flexi tube there. In the front. Yeah. So you curve it around and insert it into 2 pinned to studs.
How smart is that?
Yeah, it's really cleverly done in a great way too.
This is all the hammers you're making now?
Yeah, these are the Ike hammers. Oh, totally understood, Tiago. Appreciate you stopping by. Absolutely get it. Don't want to... We breeze past them pretty fast, but if you don't want to spoil the bill, I definitely get it. So this is the part that holds the paper onto the roller on the top. That bit there. And then we start doing the ribbon. So Debo was asking about the ribbon. So it is one solid piece of. So I'm gonna move it over here so I can show you like how they made the round shapes, and that was snot overhangs with rounded curves on the side, and then topped with those with the rounded discs.
Well, yeah. we've already seen for that shoe, we've seen people make really creative use of the shoelace. I think we're going to see a lot of black and yellow ribbons when people start contacting Bricks.
Black and red ribbons. Yeah,
black and red.
Absolutely. So that was the little speed build on putting it together. It was a really fun build. If you have any questions or things that you'd like to see, let me know. I'm happy to take parts off. So let me...
Now, you called it a little speed build, but you actually worked really hard on that.
I did work really hard on that. That was long. It took a long time.
Next up, speed build of the Ninjago City Gardens.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
It's only 45 minutes long.
Just to kind of show you how the ribbon part works, it is one long strip. And here, let me see if I can...
Oh, it's got printing on it. Oh, it says LEGO Group.
Let me see if I can't get this to focus a little bit. But if you can see
you want me to hold this?
Inside there there's one of those little toe balls, like, you know, like from the back of a tractor.
Yeah.
That sticks out, that's built in and sticks out.
So there's a hole in the ribbon that pops over that. Almost like a sail.
Yes, exactly. And there's a hole in the ribbon, you know.
Oh, and we have that piece in that sort of column piece in
gray.
No, I mean now we have it in dark orange.
Dark orange. Yeah. So there's like these dark orange. Yeah. Let me see if I can show you the ribbon a little bit closer.
Do you want me to hold anything?
Well, I'm just trying to. There we go. So this is how they created the. This is how they created the round shapes on the side
with not overhangs.
Yeah, with
brackets.
Exactly, and then inside here. There you can kind of see it a little bit better, I think. How that toe ball is in. So it's just one strip of fabric with 2 holes in the sides.
And then we've got right side up and upside down brackets here holding that side piece in.
And then and then you just add these pieces on here to kind of round out the shape a little bit.
And then that turquoise is just for the fun of it.
Yeah, that's just like, because that ends up getting hidden in the end. So, whoops. And then you just sort of place it behind these little...
Easier than with a real typewriter.
Yes.
And then that's a pin that goes in that hole?
Yeah, so this is a sideways built and with a TrickyBrick with hole, and then there's a pin, an axle to pin joiner in here. And then these go on top. So
I wonder what this builder's typing speed is. Like, this has got to be someone who knows how to type, right?
I'm really well, and don't you know? It's all in all a really incredibly designed and incredibly beautiful model, and it's one of those ones where if you are standing a couple feet away and you have terrible eyesight like me, it looks absolutely perfect. So here's that piece that we were talking about that came on the Porsche. Whoops. All right.
Nice curve.
Yeah, it's a really nice piece. It's like flat on one end and curved on the other end.
That would have been awesome for the telephone receiver.
It would have. In white, yes.
Yeah.
Instead of all that crazy tiling that we did. Oh my goodness, that was nuts. So,
well, what a fun model. I gotta say, this is in my top 3 definitely of models from the last year.
Yeah, for sure. And just some like fun little things to point out, like the barrel, the Fabuland half barrel here as the turning knob for the carriage return. I love that. And oh, you know what? I almost forgot.
What's that?
How could I forget? So it comes with this. It comes with this notepad with a letter from Thomas Kirk Christensen on the inside. And it's dated Billund, Denmark, July 2021. And he writes a little letter about typewriters and all that sort of stuff. Very, very nice little letter. And then it's like signed
and on watermarked paper.
On watermarked paper, yep. And then the cool thing is it's got, well, let's see. It's written in many different languages. I think I think it says in here 43 different languages. The letter is written in, so you can pick whichever one you want. And the paper. So, by the way, it does not hold an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. It holds this sort of like smaller size, like notepad size paper.
It's not watermarked. Depending on the language, sometimes the signature is on the other side of the page. Of the page.
So it's
don't tear your letter in half.
Yeah, don't tear your letter in half.
Don't throw it at your friend's head.
And it looks like it's in, let's see, American English, Arabic, Bulgarian, Chinese Simplified, Chinese Traditional, Hong Kong, Chinese Traditional, Taiwan.
We've got Serbian, Cyrillic, French, Belgian.
Yep, Croatian, English, British, Dutch, Danish,
Hebrew.
Czech, Ukrainian, Turkish, Swedish, Portuguese, Brazilian, Lithuanian, Latvian, Korean, Japanese, Italian. So 43 different languages that the letter comes in.
But Flynn,
what's that?
Is it in Klingon?
No, sadly, no. You'll have to make your own Klingon version.
Okay,
if that's what you're
I'll do
for.
my own Sindarin from Lord of the Rings as well.
You can too.
I would do that.
Absolutely do that. And just, and to be clear, Lego did send us this set as part of the recognized Lego fan media program. And I gotta say, I feel really, really fortunate to have received such a beautiful set so early on. Of course, our very first set was the Everyone is Awesome set, which was cool.
I would go out and buy this set.
Yes, absolutely. And by the way, speaking of buying it, we don't have to, but we would. I will say, if I had a criticism, and it has nothing to do with the design or the pieces used, although, again, you really need to focus, and that's really more on, on the builder than on the thing. It's very clearly defined.
That's part of the fun with Technic mechanisms.
I personally had a moment where there was supposed to be a 2x4 sand green plate, and I was given a 2x6 sand green plate. And so I had to dig something out of my own collection to finish it, which is fine because we have the bricks. But it was, I gotta say though, Lego does pretty darn good 99% of the time as far as like missing pieces are concerned. And they will,
and they make good
replace
on it.
something right away, and they make good on it. And with something as highly technical as this and as many little tiny pieces and all of the things, I'm really impressed that it was as together, that they're able to do all of that.
Well, they get good points for having all the letters there and not making us put stickers on all the letters.
Right. So let's go to Top Cam again, just so we can look at this beauty. So this is going. This is
adjust the R.
2,079 parts. It's going to the price is $199.99 in the US and in Euro, and then in Australia $329.99.
Wait, how does that work out? I mean, maybe I haven't watched transfer rate, but it's the same price in euros and US?
Apparently, according to this, yes.
All right.
And then it's available to buy as of today, and for VIP early access, and then everywhere on July 1st. On the Ideas website. And this is a Lego Ideas set. So.
And, this reminds me, it's kind of another topic here, but weren't we surprised? Like, we've had lots of fun in the Lego store. Weren't we surprised to see a full collection of Lego sets at Target the other day?
Yeah, they had everything. They had, like, the bouquet. They had the Elf's Clubhouse Christmas set. Oh, that is one thing I should note. And this is just because Lego bricks, you can't actually do the carriage return with the carriage return bar.
You can't be like banging on the keys and then slam it over.
Right. So it's on with two little sort of Technic ratchet hinges.
Yeah.
And you do have to be careful to make sure that it is lifted up above the ink carriage, because it will get caught on there. And they show you in the instructions to push it from the side rather than here. So, I mean, a minor quibble.
I so want to do a shot of a typing pool with like 100 of these. And
I know. Well, what I'm excited about now is we have been forever trying to come up with a animation for our Lego News segment. Oh my goodness. Did we talk about the ink switch? We did talk about the ink switch. It's really really cool. So all in all, I would say I give this a 10 out of 10 for sure. And there are, I will say that that's not just me saying that because they sent it to us. Like, it really is just an incredible model. And believe me, if I have any quibbles with things, I'll definitely let you know.
We'll always be honest in our reviews.
Yeah, absolutely. So there you go. That pretty much wraps it up. I hope that you enjoyed our very first review of a set and the time lapse, which was like really crazy to do. But enjoyable. And again, if you have any constructive criticism or other things that you'd like to see us do, I mean, I think maybe next time I might go more into some sort of like the inner workings. But being this the first time, I kind of tried to keep it
Flynn, I am
overall.
outraged at your video. You just kind of mailed it in. You really didn't put any effort into this review at all.
I know, but I wanted to, I don't know what people expect. So always like to find out.
Okay, so what do you think to refer to those, to refer to Siskel and Ebert? What do you think? 2 thumbs up?
2 thumbs up for sure. Yeah, absolutely. 10 out of 10, 2 thumbs up. And it really is, it's one of those ones when you're finished, the sound, the movement, like, cause I can't think of a lot of other sets, like even the piano didn't really make sound, like a piano sound. This like legit makes a typewriter sound, right? So there's lots of good stuff to recommend this model for sure. So
cool.
All right. Well, please do join us on Friday at 10 a.m. for our work in progress workshop. Or if we don't get anybody turning projects in, we'll come up with something else. Who knows what it'll be? It could be crazy. Yep. Don't forget, we are in the middle of our 2-week Liz seed part challenge.
It's Liz.
It's Liz all the time, 100% Liz. So make sure that you get that Liz poly bag from your local store, and you must build a build that includes Liz in the build. She is the seed part, the key part of the build, and you do need to use her as her whole self, but it can be in any form that you want. Use multiples.
So Flynn,
it's a Liz multiverse.
If I want to submit my mock for this Liz challenge, and I decide that I don't want to include Liz in it, is that acceptable?
Wait, what?
So just to be clear, Liz should be in the build.
Yes,
right?
If I didn't say that enough. Hey, Monarch's here. As soon as somebody says Liz, you can guarantee that he'll be in. Liz challenge. All right, I'm excited. Like this. I was excited for the Rainbow Challenge, but I don't know. Like I'm unreasonably excited about this Liz thing. I think it'll be really fun.
She's only this big.
She's only this big. Thank you, Joel Baker, for that. So again, just a reminder.
Hi, Blue.
We will not be here. We will not be here on Sunday, Father's Day. We will be away. Blue got summoned by Liz too. Oh, the Liz form that's up isn't working this morning. Just an FYI.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I will double check that. It's always Google Forms is always a challenge to set up. There's so many buttons to press.
We just migrated our scripts to Google.
Yes, we did. So so be sure to join us on Friday at 10 a.m. And was there something else? I think there was. I think that was it. If you need to, we can do this. If you need to get a hold of us, you can. We are on Instagram at TrickyBricks. Still doing that Rainbow Challenge. You can email me, Flynn at TrickyBricks.com. Or if you want to send us something through the snail mail, you may do so at Flynn and Richard, P.O. Box 11517, Oakland, California, 94611. So,
look at that. We got it's sort of decrescendo.
Amazing.
A little legato at the end.
Exactly.
We got to work on harmonies, though.
All right, everybody. Have a great rest of your day, and we will see you on Friday. All right.
Happy
Bye,
building.
everyone.
Hey, wash those hands.
Oh, yeah. Don't forget. Oh, my goodness. I almost forgot. Restrictions have been lifted here in California, but don't forget to stay safe, stay healthy, wear your mask when and if you still need to, get that vaccine as soon as you can, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Happy building.
Oh, right. It doesn't do that anymore.
We're just gonna sit here. Building.
Bye, everybody.